Hi, I'm Chrissy from Plann, and I have to admit, there's nothing worse than feeling like you're stuck on a content train. And it's this thing where social media almost demands that you're always creating social media for sometimes just the sake of it. But what if there was a way that you could take your best performing content, or content that you know always performs well, and repurpose it and recreate it so that you can reshare it? So therefore, you're not having to continually make content over and over again. And at Plann, our goal is to make your life as easy as possible on social media so that you're not stuck in that crazy machine of content creation. So what I'd love to show you, I think the best way to show you this is with Facebook. So you can see here I'm in the Facebook scheduling workspace, so the icons for Facebook on that are a dead giveaway are in the right place. And so what I've highlighted here is every month at Plann we make a free content calendar where we give you prompts and Canva templates so that, again, it's easy for you to create content if you're feeling stuck. And this is something that we know performs really well, and it's something that we would love to share more than at the start of the month, because for the whole month of March, or for every month, we reshare it. And the amount of work that goes into building that out, so we create a prompt for every day, we create a template for every day, and then we email it out to our list. We know how much value is there, and we don't think it should be lost. So we've posted it on the 4th of March at 8:45 a.m. Australia time. And there's either maybe that wasn't the best time to post that we could have done, or we could retry it with a different graphic or maybe a video. So what you can do is click the three dots. You can view it on Facebook. You can recreate it for LinkedIn, which is part of the repurposing, recreate for Instagram, or repost on Facebook. So we'll take the existing assets and the existing text and we'll simply try and repost it. So now the post has been recreated as an unscheduled draft on our grid. So if we scroll right to the top, you'll see it here is unscheduled. And this means that we can either change the image, and if it's not, this is quite a heavy template, but if it was, say, a photo, we might be able to jump into the magic wand and crop the image so that it looks slightly different or more interesting or more landscape. Or we can just, while in Plann right now, is actually replace it completely. Or maybe it was the text that you felt maybe it was a bit too long, or maybe there was a link here that maybe we could have shortened. But in saying that, you could make this post 100 different ways differently, and instead of having to reopen it or re-upload everything, you can do it just from Plann. So for example, we could delete all of this and schedule that out, and that's it. And just see if a short form caption versus a long form caption work better, and that will help us identify future learning. Or additionally, we could try it for a different time zone. We have a great deal of people, I think we're in 220 countries now, which is exciting. So we might want to try it in a different time zone to see if we get a different interaction with our audience. Another key way of using it is what we touched on a second ago, which was recreating it for LinkedIn. So another way to repurpose and reschedule. Same three dots, recreate for LinkedIn, and you'll get a message that's been successful. And I can just see posts. Instead of having to toggle over to the LinkedIn workspace, Plann will now take me into the LinkedIn workspace where I can now recreate that post. Because sometimes when you're on LinkedIn, we see that the graphics that work on Instagram don't quite work on LinkedIn. And the ones on LinkedIn are a little bit more like a YouTube thumbnail. They're a bit more wordy, they've got a bit more text sometimes, and that's something that we play with as well. So maybe this image won't perform that well. It's not really a LinkedIn post, but this caption might be perfect. So we'll just look at changing this photo and then scheduling it for LinkedIn. Now with Instagram, you don't really want to reschedule and repost the same content on Instagram, but you might find that something worked really well on Instagram would work exceptionally well on Facebook, and you know it would also work well on LinkedIn. So what you can do is click on the images that have gone out, these three dots, and again, recreate for Facebook. And that is how you can use Plann to quickly repurpose and reuse and repost all of your content so you're not stuck in an endless cycle of content creation.